until my well runs dry. And all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
What it do, Icy Hot? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with another episode of Spill the Tea. Today's episode is all about Kenya Moore. She recently sat down with Fox Soul, and her and Vivica finally squashed their beef after years of going back and forth, talking shit, shading each other. I really want you all to see these two beautiful black women come back together as, you know, associates or whatever, and bury the hatchet and just move on with life. Everybody's grown, got money, succeeding, successful. It's silly. Also in this interview, Kenya reveals that Marlo had said some very unsavory things about her child, and she also clears up the rumor on whether or not she's ever driven Lisa Ray's car. Check the video out.
You know, they want to get right to it when it comes to me and you girlfriends.
Oh, yes, honey, yes.
Let's go and get the children what they was waiting on.
Yes, Miss Fox, yes.
We had our fabulous epic, boardroom showdown from the 2015 Celebrity Apprentice show. And, girl, it was on like popcorn.
Yes.
After years and after years of throwing jabs at each other, being mean to one another, it was so nice to run into you at Crustaceans in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And Kenya, I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons why I was like, I am ready to move past this is because I saw you become a mother. And I saw the smile and a little bit of something different in you. And I was like, you know what? It is so time for us to move on. Yeah. And we just literally walked to each other in the middle of the restaurant and talked.
Yeah.
It was that simple.
My daughter gravitated to you. So it was like complete. She broke the ice, basically. She did.
I think that's important, and I think that, and maybe you think this too, Kenyon, and this is a question for you. Do you think it's important for Black women to empower each other and let the past be the past?
Well, yeah, I've with Vivica, first, let me just say this. Let me back up a little bit. When we did the show, I went into the show thinking that, I had an ally, that we were going to make magic together. And it just turned. And I think I'm going to take responsibility for what I've done. When I look back at it, because you really have a lot of time to be reflective and to think about it. But when I look back at it, I was like, I'm coming from, a reality show, and you're not. And every move that was happening, it was like, I can see how the producers were manipulating the situation. And what I thought was like trying to warn you about stuff, it just kept turning and turning. And it just felt like we just got off to like a bad, step in that process of doing that show. And it just became horrific. And
well, did you take her phone or not?
Shut up, Lisa.
I asked her so many times.
Inquiry minds want to know, because lately, child, they done got a whole new batch of memes that are up. You know what I mean? That are just hilarious. And I'm like, what's so funny is that y'all don't even know we are cordial to each other.
Yeah.
But can I also just say this really quick too? The reason why Celebrity Apprentice happened for me and us, because Kenya and I have known each other for years, y'all. For years. Very long time. We've missed one another. So it was unfortunate for that. But Claudia was there for the beginning of this whole Celebrity Apprentice thing. And then now here she is bringing us back together, in clarity here on Cocktails with Queens. And I'm grateful for that. I really am.
I used to visit Vivica when she was doing the show, and we would meet up at Barney's brunch every Sunday and talk about the show. And then when things started to go, I'm like, and you guys are both so strong and both so I would just say strong in
Yes.
your beliefs and your convictions. And it was like, I hated it because girl code is, I can't tell Kenya everything Vivica's saying. I can't tell Vivica everything Kenya's saying, but I want to get y'all back in the same place. And I could see it. And I'm glad that we're finally here, no matter how long it took to get here, because we were talking earlier about the world and how crazy things are right now. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Like, we all have enough to worry about out there. And if this can be repaired and we all can be like cordial and cool, like that makes my heart smile. Like, I'm so happy that this finally happened.
I definitely want to thank you for like brokering us, because I saw an interview, and this is when we were still fighting, and I saw an interview that Vivica did, and she used the words that I hurt her. And when I tell you, it just hit me like a ton of bricks, because you had never used that kind of language before. And you are somebody, and I will say this to the world, I've said it to Claudia, I was like, I have always respected you. I have always respected your illustrious career. You are you are talented. I almost said it. Right. You are talented. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are a girl's girl. And you don't take any mess on top of all that. We are a lot alike, and we're sensitive, but we have this exterior that we're really tough. But you are sensitive. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, my heart dropped, because it was like, out of all of that, to do a stupid show and for us to like really just get to that dark place, it hurt me so much to hear that I hurt you in that process. And that's when I reached out to Claudia. I was like, Claudia, I don't want it to be a public thing. I want to talk to her, because I want to apologize, because I've never been hurt for you. So again, and I'll say it to the world, because I think public apologies, I think that's on some BS. So that's why I reached out to you, to talk to you, and you weren't ready. And I respected that. But then when we saw each other, it was like, I just felt love, you know? And just thank you for that. You know,
it makes you human. It makes you human when you realize that, hey, I'm hurt. And it's like, she's a woman, but she's a girl. We're girls. Yeah. And so it's almost like you hurt my feelings, because I got feelings. I know I'm tough when I need to be tough, but I didn't have a wall up with you, and I allowed you to penetrate. So yeah, I'm hurt. And so kudos to both of you. Like, this is what Blackness is about. Empowerment is about, ladies. Excellent. I'm so glad.
I'll tell you about your phone offline.
I was going to ask it again.
The answer is no, I didn't take it, but I do know what happened to it. And I will tell you. And I told BJ.
You need to drop it here, Kenya.
No. I told BJ. Did BJ ever tell you what I said?
Yes, darling, I know.
Okay, so you know. Okay.
How do I not know, Kenya? I thought I was a girl.
Because it's between
your phone, Claudia.
All that begging I was doing for y'all to get cool again, I can't know what a phone took the goddamn phone. Wow.
I mean, this is why this is beautiful. I mean, to be honest with you, there are two beautiful ladies I've had major public beefs with that y'all need to see right here. I mean, Lisa Ray's like my baby sister, who, child, we went through it as well too, that people are like, oh my God, they're cool again. I'm so happy. So now y'all can see Vivica's cool again with Kenya. All right. Things can happen. We grow up. We move on, you know?
This is a great example. This is a great example, not only for other women on reality television or in the business, but it just in life. It doesn't have to be once we got beef, it's beef forever. Like, you can get to a place where you can move on. Selena, do you have something?
No, I'm just enjoying every single minute of this, because we don't get to have this. And I love it because these are intelligent, successful, beautiful Black women showing the younger women that we see fighting and pulling each other's hair out and acting a fool on social media. This is how you get it done. This is how it gets done. Like, people can disagree. It's fine. You don't have to be all crazy and acting all crazy. And I just love this, because it shows that, okay, people can disagree and then like move on. It's like not that serious. And Black women can do it. And we're not all angry Black women. That's not the truth. That's not our truth. And
we can be heard. We can be heard. I think.
Because we're humans. We're human beings.
And you care about somebody, especially when you've had a history of knowing them and being on trips with them and Kiki. You know, I think the difference with a falling out with somebody that you've cared, but for her, she continues to do so.
Yes.
Once you cross that,
we lose all of Kenya's time.
Okay.
Let's talk about this the Housewives, child, because you know we all love the Housewives, and it's some more drama coming down to the show. Now it's you and Marlo. You guys are having a difference. You guys are having differences. And a fan tweeted, as I quote, Marlo wants a moment with Kenya so bad. It's weird. And you replied, it's sickening and it's weird. So what's going on between you and Marlo? And will the two of you settle your differences? Because I remember you guys were just like really like close and really friendly.
No, we were never close. We were never close.
Okay.
Listen, I think the difference with a falling out with somebody that you've cared about, like my falling out with Vivica, or if, God forbid, if, Claudia and I ever fell out, these women know not to cross a line. There's a line that you never cross. And that line for me is my child.
Yes.
Once you cross that line, baby, you cannot come back from that. I don't care how you can crawl on the floor, you can kiss my feet, you can do everything. But once you come for my child, there's no forgiveness there. I'm not that evolved yet. Okay, where I can forgive something like that. And she has done that before. And for me, I can forgive anything else. I'm a very forgiving person. I think we've seen that on the show. It's been a lot of stuff I've been through, some, by my own doing, and some, not. But I think the issue is that, the girls that I've had problems with in the past or disagreements with, they never crossed that line. And so I was able to say at some point, why are we arguing? Let's just move on already, But for her, she continues to do so. And for me, that's just not somebody I want to know, or I just see that's to me evil when you drag a child. And that's just something.
What she said about the baby?
Girl, we're not going to talk about it. We'll talk about it offline.
Ooh.
But we won't talk about it. We won't perpetuate those disgusting.
The reason why that show was different, it used to be different than Love and Hip Hop, the franchise, was there was a level of okay, we're not going to fight, but we can have classy exchange of words where we can get you. But now it's getting to the point where it's getting just too grimy with things like that. We have all decided,
and you'll hear it a lot on our show, that children are off limits. We have always said that. And so when you run out of things to say and then you just start making stuff up or repeating crazy stuff, and it can potentially harm a child and their well-being, then that's where you got to draw the line. On our show, Thirsty Girl on our show was basically trying to say that I was driving around your car and I was, I needed to drive your car. I was like, I don't know her like that, meaning we're cool, but I don't know her where I can call her up and say, can I borrow your car? Like, that was just a crazy rumor to me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, Lisa, why ain't you jumping in and saying, she never drove my car?
I got tail end of it, but I was like, no, me and Kenya's cool. But by the way, you can call me and you can use my truck anytime.
Okay.
Well, on to something positive. Of course, we have to talk about Kenya Moore Hair Care, which is now available at CVS Pharmacy.
Kenya Moore Hair Care.
Tell us about your line real quick.
So my line, you guys know, has been out for a while, and we struggled through the pandemic, and we kind of made it over the other side. We started off in 85 stores in Sally, and then scaled up to 2,200 doors in Sally Beauty. Ooh, and now we're in CVS we started at 400 doors, and now we're in 1,400 doors. So we're over 4,000 retailers, and growing. So I'm just so excited about it. Of course, all of you are going to get a package. Vivica, I got a bottle for you for your birthday.
I've used it. And I love the peels and everything. The hairline is the bomb. The traditional.
I hear about my birthday present. Wait a minute, hold up.
Oh, I got a birthday present for you. Give me your address. We're going to get your address. I am definitely giving you something big because I love you so much. And I'm just so happy.
I want to say this to you, Kenya, to the people out there. A lot of people think that your hair is not real and not yours. I know that it is.
She got a lot of hair.
I could protective style to protect my hair every now and then. And of course, when I do, that's the highlight. Oh, she got a wig. No, I got 22 inches of my own thick, long hair, okay?
And guess what, Kenya? If that day you want to put on a Vivica Fox wig,
okay.
Well, you know what? This has been
change some stuff.
There you go, girl.
Keep lying, honey, because this ponytail can come off as soon in about 23 minutes.
Hey, ladies,
And Lisa Ray, I've seen your hair too. You got really nice curly hair underneath the
I'm so happy that this turned out.
And Miss Fox, you too. I've seen your hair too. Everybody has really great hair.
Girl, and I'm doing it natural now too underneath this wig, so it's on.
Well, Kenya, we'll be looking for our Kenya Moore hair care packages coming in the mail. We really appreciate you coming on.